Hi, I'm Dr. Zach Watkins, LiveWell Clinic founder and functional medicine doctor. And I want to mention quickly and talk about the connection between the difficulty of losing weight or having weight gain and the connection with our hormones. And I don't necessarily mean sex hormones, even though that's involved, but specifically our stress hormone called cortisol, which cortisol can impact, which is a stress hormone, can impact all of our sex hormones as well, everything from estrogen to testosterone to DHEA, which is our anti-aging hormone. So actually, the interesting thing is when we have some kind of stressful event, and I've talked about sleep, I've talked about maybe poor nutrition, things like that, actually this causes this increase in cortisol, which is a stress hormone. And the negative thing of that over time, because that's a normal response to the body. This isn't abnormal. It's a normal thing. It's to be released in response to any kind of stressful environment, dysfunction that's going on in the body. So if we do have that lack of sleep, if we do have that poor diet or blood sugar instability, infections, mental emotional stresses, favorite football team losing, stuff like that, the more that we make of this actually shown to what's called, if I say it this way, decrease your sensitivity to insulin. So basically what that means is you become insulin resistant or risk of type 2 diabetes. And insulin is made in the body. Basically, its job is to help sugar get into the blood to cells to use for energy, metabolism, those kind of things. Well, if there's an increase in the stress response, you're going to see a decreased sensitivity to it, meaning this little gate is not going to open. Therefore, you're going to have an increase in sugar. You may store it in ways of like fat cells, so you're going to gain weight. And that can be a risk of type 2 diabetes or what's called metabolic syndrome. You don't wake up with type 2 diabetes overnight. It can take a process and a time to set in. So this is very, very silent, but at the same time, this is why you need to be checking your markers frequently, seeing how you're doing, checking in with your life. So that concur that. The other side note I want to add, I was just thinking of this, is that an increase in cortisol, to go back to maybe what I said before, with something like thyroid, is it decreases your ability to convert thyroid hormone to the active form. So at the same time, you're making optimal thyroid hormone, but the problem is you're not converting it in the way to make your body happy to metabolize. At the same time, you're causing an inability of the body to use sugar, which makes you more insulin resistant. One more thing, not to confuse you, is it decreases your ability to detoxify or eliminate junk and garbage, which your thyroid hormone has got to go through there too. That's a lot of arrows. But so increased stress hormone. Hormones in general, I mean, it's going to decrease, it's going to start affecting your estrogen, testosterone, but especially your DHEA. It's like if this is the gas to your body, cortisol, DHEA is the brake. DHEA, brake. Break it down. So that is your anti-aging. And meaning we want to have healthy levels as we age, because that shows us we can balance the stress response normally, which means we're going to probably normalize and metabolize weight effectively, but increase stress response. So if you live in America, you're probably guilty of this. You're going to impact the way your body metabolizes sugar, risk of type 2 diabetes. You're going to not properly metabolize your thyroid hormones. That's going to cause increase in weight, maybe some blood pressure, stuff like that. Finally, you're going to create an inability of your body, a way to detoxify or eliminate all of these said hormones, and also garbage, which means you're going to store more fluid, water weight goes up. So it's not about exercise necessarily in this case. You may be doing a lot of good things. If you are, congratulations, pat on the back, high five. But we need to figure out if you're missing these other things that may be causing an inability of you to be metabolizing correctly. So in a sense, your hormones, and I'm speaking of hormone as an anti-aging, cortisol, can impact how you are metabolizing or if you are not losing weight appropriately.